Yo, what's going on, guys? It's TK, and I hope every single one of you is doing absolutely amazing today. And this video is going to be a bit different. Now, I really tried to put a few topics in this video, but mainly why I'm doing it now is because everything has settled down. And a few weeks ago, if you remember Eric's and Adam's whole situation with Supercell, the bans, the restrictions, the players getting banned, all that type of stuff, I couldn't really come up and use my platform to just bring this stuff up because English is my second language. I could talk about something and I don't mean it in a certain way, and then people would have took it the wrong way, especially Supercell when, the creators would get banned and kind of, I would say, canceled or something like that, however you want to call it. So I wanted to kind of let that situation and kind of settle down. So now when everything is a bit more, in hands of, creators, and we can talk about stuff more freely, it's better to mention a few things that is going on with the current state of game. Now this video, it's been brought to you by myself alone. I have not talked to anyone about this. I have literally no idea of the future that the game holds. I'm gonna just kind of put my own thoughts into what I think Clash of Clans could be and what I think Clash of Clans could have been. These are two different things, and hopefully I will be able to kind of explain everything that I personally think as a player, as a pro player, as a creator, and as someone who is really into Clash of Clans full time and just spends, money on the game. And I want to just give everything I have into this video, and hopefully you like it, man. So first topic I want to bring is Town Hall 16. Yes, the first thing first, which the game started going in a different direction. Now guys, I have the other topic about town halls, but every town hall we always go to another direction. There's always a game changing kind of, I would say, what do you even call that? There's a game changing idea that brings and it comes to Clash of Clans. It's always been like that. Like Town Hall, let's say from Town Hall 10, we got Inferno Towers, something that completely changed the way you attack. From Town Hall 11, we had Grand Warden and the Eagle Artillery, something that again, you change the aspects of your plannings. You have a new hero which you kind of go around with it with your armies. You have a new defense which you build around it. You know what I'm saying? And then we had Town Hall 12, Town Hall becoming a weapon. That was the first thing. Now Town Halls became more and more important. You could have defended it nicely and all that stuff. We had Town Hall 13 with the new hero and 2 Scattershot, which completely changed the meta, the way you plan and the way you attack and defend. Then on Town Hall 14, we had the hero pets. And by the way, I may be, missing a few things here and there, but still, I'm gonna try to put the major things that came with every Town Hall. And then on the Town Hall 15, we had the Spell Towers and Monolith. Completely changed the entire aspect of strategic games because that was the peak of Clash of Clans. That was when base builders would trap a lot of things with those spell towers, with the way they would place the monolith around a certain defenses. It was crazy. It was crazy. The base builders were having a lot of fun back then, and of course the attackers, some people would spend time and practice and learn a new strategy. Like myself, I tried my best. If you've been on the channel for long enough, you know what I brought to the game in Town Hall 15. It was the super bar strategy, something I really wanted to put out there to be able for everyone to try that strategy and get triples, because Town Hall 15 was super hard. And well, I'm gonna put that on the screen because the super bar strategy became really popular at the last few months of Town Hall 15, and people were tripling a lot more and more and more because that was my goal. I wanted to bring a strategy in Town Hall 15 where it was a very toxic and hard town hall that everyone could have learned and tripled. So that is for the last good town hall in my opinion. Now moving to Town Hall 16. Yes, we're here. What was the game changing thing about the Town Hall 16? It was, of course, the merging defenses. But guess what? That is what we thought first. That is what we thought. On every town hall we would get a new defense, and every town hall we would have a game-changing mechanic on defense and certain places of attacks, because we all thought we would have got a new hero, right? So because we didn't get it in town hall 15, and every 2 town halls we did get a new hero, so it was kind of ideal to get a new hero. But what happened? My opinion, well, Supercell really kind of figured out that if they bring a new hero, there is no way else except their gold pass and their offers. And of course, we're going to talk about the events later on in the video, but events pass count as well. But except these 3 ways, they would never be able to sell a certain stuff. And I think that because if you kind of realize after Town Hall 16 drop, after Supercell mentioned that their team got bigger, they have new recruits, guys, what happened to our elite, legendary, crazy, beautiful hero skins? Yes, what happened to them? Where are they? What are these skins that we're currently having? Like, what has been the skin set, the theme, the sceneries for the past few months? It's not been even as good as a simple legendary magic scenery and magic theme of Town Hall 15, the main theme of Town Hall 15. It's not even been good as like that, and then it's been a year. So that is why I thought, for example, Supercell already knew the skins wouldn't do good like the Town Hall 15 and 14 era. So the Gold Pass skin, the Legendary skin, they wouldn't sell as much. So they needed to bring a new way to kind of make money off the game. And from a business perspective, the hero equipments are legit a crazy idea that Supercell had. It changes the entire game from the way you defend. There is nowhere else you can put 5 Teslas and 2 Skelly Trap to stop a King Sui. He's gonna demolish anything they send the king into. You need to have Tesla on the outside, so make sure the king moves to the outside and not even inside the compartment, because if the king goes in, you're done. Your base is gone and you're gonna get a triple. So it's just that how simple the defensive mechanic can get. But still, that doesn't kind of make sure you get a defense. But still, if you understand what I'm saying, you understand what I'm saying. Now, this is why they brought the equipments, in my opinion, to kind of earn money. And that is no problem. From the business perspective, it's no problem. But from the player perspective, that's what I wanted to kind of achieve in like talking about the Town Hall 16 era. It's quite boring, in my opinion. That's because we do get new equipments. There is gonna be new mechanics, like the rocket spear, like for example the fireball. We got so many interesting like ideas, but there is a limit. I think, in my opinion, there is a limit, and there should be a limit to how many hero equipments you get. Because if you put yourself as a player who just downloaded Clash of Clans, not even just, let's say you downloaded Clash of Clans 2 months ago, you've been in Town Hall 7 probably by now in 2 months. It's a lot of time, 2 months, maybe even Town Hall 9. But you open your trader shop and you see literally 5 or literally 4 epic equipments which you need to buy with 1,500 gems. So the only way you can get it as a new player is to invest around 9,000 gems as a Town Hall 7 or 8 to get it. Of course, you don't have heroes, but by the time you are going to get to Town Hall 9, 10, and 11, 12, 13, guys, if the game keeps on going like this, we're gonna have probably around 5 epic equipments per hero. That's insane. That's insane. Even for me, who max the hero equipments the moment they come out. Like I buy the ores and I buy as many ores as I possibly can in game, and of course from the offers, and I max the whole like epic equipments, of course, when they come out. But even for me, that is crazy. That is crazy. Every month nearly, or even every 2 months, there is going to be an epic equipment, which any more than this, it doesn't change the outcome of the triples. You're still going to triple. The epic equipments that are coming to the game, I have no clue what they are, but they're never gonna change the game right now anymore. This is the limit, I think. I think no one is gonna run anything other than Rage and Gauntlet on majority of the attacks, unless you're a dragon attacker, you put the spiky ball. But then we have something like, for example, the Royal Champion. They nerfed her to the ground. Now this nerf is not been in the game by the time I'm recording this video. I think hopefully I'm gonna upload it maybe even today. Yeah, but the nerf has not been in game. But they nerfed the double of those equipments that the RC been having a lot of success with. Otherwise, if they didn't nerf it, she would never have an equipment that will top the Hawk Puppet and the Haze Wild. Never ever. But that is the key. I mean, from the business perspective again, guys, this is no problem for a business. I studied business myself in, high school. But the thing is, it doesn't really satisfy every customer. It's not always like about every customer, but let's say the majority of your customers. I don't think people will like the idea of bringing very hardcore equipments and then in a few months, because you are going to bring another new equipment for that hero, you are going to nerf the previous equipments. So now they are not as usable and as enjoyable and as crushing as the new equipment. So now you go buy the new equipment and upgrade it, put so much time and effort on it. But guess what? In 5 months, your hero will have another epic equipment, which they will nerf the previous one so you can use the new one. Again, I'm saying it from the business perspective. That's just the way business works. You need to start making money. You need to make money the best way you can. That is a way, but is it a very good way? Is it a decent way that players will, understand it? Or as you saw from the Twitter and the Twitter post, it's been going wild the way like they're nerfing the equipment. So I'm not here to give my judgment on that, but I wanted to kind of open your eyes about this equipment stuff that been going around with the heroes, and there is going to be a limit. There should have been a limit, I think, with the epic equipments that you get. I thought every town hall we would get like 2 or 3 equipment, but no, every month we used to get an equipment that was epic for every hero. So it's insane to think by the time Town Hall 17 drops, heroes are gonna be out of this world. They're gonna be completely different every few months. Your king may not be the same king you had 5 months ago. It's not, it's just that how simple it can get. But for example, the king obviously had a very broken equipment ever since that, Gauntlet came to the store. But still, we are gonna see where the equipment things go, but I gave you my opinion about how it should have been and how it could have been. But well, we just have to see what Supercell has planned for us, man. But from these nerfs, I can tell they could have done the nerfs a lot earlier, but they didn't, because they are going to bring those newer equipments and they want the people to buy it, upgrade it, and use it, and not just have it, for example, like the rocket spare kind of being in the corner. For example, my rocket spare is fully maxed, but not everyone upgraded their rocket spare on the Royal Champion. You know what I'm saying? So they're using the Hawk Puppet and the Haze File. Why not? It's the most broken combo in the game after the King's Gauntlet. So it's just that how simple it can get. But let's move on to Legends League. Now, I'm a Legends League pusher. I've been pushing for near 4 years now, and the game never been like this before. So what I mean by that is that, for example, when you start Legends League, you always get easy opponents, or you don't even kind of get all your defenses. But the whole idea of Legends is that there is a whole kind of, I would say, rank system in Legends as well. There are people who are looting in the lower Legends. There are people who are not as active in the lower to mid Legends. There are people who are not as good in the kind of the, I would say, the mid range from 5,500 to like 5,600. That was before, by the way, 5,700 even, or 800. That was before. Like, I'm talking about the past. These are the way the people were in Legends League. Some people couldn't get as many triples, so they would stay below because their defense would have gone crazy. Now there is people who are pushing and they are good and decent players, so they would be a bit higher than the medium players because they would have gone decent defense as well as offense. So they would be kind of top tier, a bit below. And there are people now with the highest attack rates that are in high legends. Someone like Stars, which, yeah, you don't see him anymore. Yeah, you see one of his accounts in the top 100 maybe. He's not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the world because it's not about attacking anymore. It's all about defense. And that's what we come to the whole idea of Legends League in the current meta. It's absolutely garbage. There is no way that they can continue with the same system in Town Hall 17. And why do I say that and not before Town Hall 17? It's because we're not gonna get an update on Legends League or anything else before Town Hall 17. Every Town Hall is the way to change a game. That's when they will change the game or change an aspect of the game. They will never change the Legends League before Town Hall 17, even if they wanted to. They were just never gonna do it. They have other plans probably. But that's what I'm saying. In Town Hall 17, there needs to be a new way of ranking. There needs to be a new rule in Legends League if Legends League is gonna stay in the game. There has to be a way to make sure people get rewarded for their attacks, not absolutely wrecked on defense, and the luck is the only option for you to go higher, and the second option for you is to win trade. Now, I don't talk about win trade on my channel because I don't like that topic. I absolutely hate it. It's absolutely disrespectful to every single player who is pushing in Legends League, but people are doing it because why wouldn't they? If you are at high ranks, if you are in a very high Legends League, you will see, okay, hold on, I'm going too high. I can buy defenses to go higher, make a personal record, and no one will ever know. Someone like me, I would never, ever, ever put my name in such group chats, my accounts in such like areas to buy a defense for, just mess up with my name that I built for so long. I will never ever do something like that. Even if I was a high ranked, I would never do it. Even if I was top 10, I would never try to go for higher with buying defense. I would leave it alone. I'm gonna get 320 on defense, but I'm gonna keep doing 320 on attack. So I will show the world that okay, I finished this rank without buying a defense, without making my name dirty. But that is not how everyone else thinks. Not everyone is known or, for example, is having a YouTube channel or is a creator. Some people see their ranks and they win trade because they want to get higher. Which now, talking about business perspective from Supercell, I told you it's good. But now talking about players' perspective, that is good. But from Supercell's perspective, that is cheating, right? So you can see how I'm going back and forth with different perspectives. This is what I wanted to tell you guys. It's about perspective. What a player see on win trade is different than what Supercell sees from win trade. And what Supercell sees from business is different than what players experience and witness from that business perspective. So these are all just perspectives, but there is no wrong and right. It's what you believe you can achieve in a game where it's not rewarding anymore. It doesn't reward you. Like the rewards, you have to pay for it. And there is certain things like the equipment and, for example, the obstacles. Back then, you would get a certain obstacle in the event. One, finish, you're done. One obstacle, you use, for example, what do you call that? Like the thing that you can move the obstacles, I forgot, but you use it and you move it to the corner of your base and you're gone. The Halloween is done. You're going for the next obstacle in Christmas. Good, nice. Now they bring 5 obstacles for every event. You need to buy them if you want to keep your, village pretty and like good, and like you want to tell everyone that you've been in that era of the game. It's just like that. Like from a game perspective, from a player perspective, that is just not ideal. Like, some players are like, why would I pay 500 gems for a statue? You know, but Supercell, they're gonna like put it in the shop for the people who pay the 500 gems. Some people buy 500 gems to buy the obstacle, so there is no point of bringing the obstacles in the store or in the game. But at least in the game, they can say it's not real money, it's gems. As I said, these are all business ideas that Supercell has brought to Town Hall 16. All these ideas are in one town hall. That's why we're getting cooked. That's why the game is getting cooked right now, because everything is happening at the same time. In literally what are we, like 8 months into Town Hall 16? How is that even possible? Before, we used to have update every 3.5 months. That's what we used to have. And the update would be adding new levels to the defenses and of course the troops. That is what we all used to get. There was no event that makes, kind of players spend money. There was no like crazy statues. There was no like amount of, I would say, equipments, nothing like that. Like, this is why Supercell has brought this in Tunnel 16 to make money. But I think, in my opinion, it's a lot. It's just a lot. It's, some people cannot handle it. Some new players will never be able to handle it. They will never be able to max. There is no way you can max anymore in Tunnel 16, and of course this era of the game, because of the equipment and because of the way we're getting updates every 2 months. We're getting events every month. We're getting 4 hero skins. We're getting so many other stuff every month, and it's just too much, even for me, who I have only 3 accounts. With 3 accounts, I need to make sure every account has decent level of equipment so I can attack. Because if I don't, well, someone else is going to attack and take my trophies. And that is why we talked about Legends League and win trading and all that stuff. I genuinely hope they bring a new way to kind of push in Legends League, or they bring a new system in Legends League, or just absolutely wreck Legends League and bring a new league with new system of a ranked mode, something like the Brawl Stars have. They have something like, it's called the ranked mode. So when you go into the match, you can ban the troops so your opponents doesn't use it. You also don't use it. It's the same way. It could be the same way in Clash of Clans. You go into attack and you tap banned Root Rider. Now, the players who also tapped banned Root Rider will be against you. But that is when it becomes fun, because you may fail or you triple and they fail. This is when you get a plus on a one-on-one challenge, which if you do 8 times of that, you will get a few defenses. But guess what? The people who don't like to ban Root Riders, they will be like, okay, I want to go into Root Rider attacks. I'm going to use Root Rider. They use it, their opponents also use it. So now they get -40, +40, you will not move. That is what you get for using a spam strategy in such a high level kind of league. That's what happens to you. So if you're willing to take that risk and not push your trophy, go ahead, run Root Riders, but you're gonna get Root Riders in your defense. But if you're willing to risk it, and if you're willing to put your whole kind of strategic approaches on bases, you ban Root Rider and let's say Overgrowth spell, and someone else who has also banned those type of spells in their system, they will be matching against you. And guess what? One of you is going to fail, and if you don't, it's fine. You got 7 more tries with 7 different opponents that have been banned that Root Rider. And I'm not saying about all the troops. It's just about Root Rider and maybe a certain equipment, for example. For example, you can easily just ban something or just make it hard mode, something like that. Just something that adds up and makes you rewarding for pushing. It's just useless to push now because you can never go as high if you don't buy defenses or if you're not lucky enough. Now, moving on, I got the CWL, the Clan War League, in this video. And I don't really want to make the Clan War League long, but yeah, we need a new system, man. We need either hard mode, just simple, just put hard mode in Clan War League, or put a ban system just exactly like the rank system, but only for CWL Champs 1, because of course Champs 2, Champs 3, and of course all the leagues below, there is a lot of average players. There is a lot of players who are enjoying and just want to attack 1 time a day, and they don't want it to be hard. They want to just get through it with CWL and get their medals. That's completely fine. But in Champs 1, everyone is playing for competition, or everyone is playing for money. Yes, you play for money, and then at the end you will not get anything and you wasted your time. That's how simple it can get in CWL. You went to a clan to get paid and push for them, and not push for them, actually do the CWL rank for them, and everyone is doing 45 wars. What is this? How is it rewarding? Who is getting rewarded from a 45 star? No one. You're getting less rewards. You can easily lose and make sure the other team at least gets something, extra stars, extra rank. So it's just so easy to make sure there's also win trades in CWL, which there was always win trades, but now is even more than ever because everyone can 45 star. So that's just how CWL comes down to. Now, the future and past of the game. What I think will happen in the future is that we will keep getting anything that Supercell wants. So there is no way that Supercell doesn't want something and they will have it in the game. Whatever is in the game, Supercell wants it to be in the game. If they're changing something, there may be a reason for that, so it's not always the reason they show. In my opinion, there is business perspective that they cannot show you, but there are some certain aspects of the game where they will change, in my opinion, like the quality of life changes update they usually bring. So such like nerfs and stuff, like they nerfed the Root Rider 3 times. But why do I open my Legends League log and every attack I've been getting tripled is Root Riders? What is going on? What is happening? They're nerfing all the hero equipments that are usable right now to make sure the attacks are a bit harder. But I think they are not doing it just for that. That's why they're bringing it just because, not just because, maybe 30% or 40% because they're bringing new equipments. They want you to get those equipments and use them. Otherwise, why would they bring equipment? They can literally leave the game right now. Everything, leave everything behind. Go to Town Hall 17. Let's have a new game. They can literally do that, but they don't want to. They want to keep making money from the equipment system that they've introduced. So that's what's going to happen in the future. But in the past, I don't know. I just think Clash of Clans was way better back when, we didn't have to just change our method of attacking because we're getting a certain defense. And yeah, we're not enjoying the game. People used to run their own armies. Now they are forced to run a certain army. Like, the game is not as easy as you guys think. As a player who I do tournaments, I'm saying you, because there is hard mode and there is a ban system. There is hard mode and they ban Root Rider and Overgrowth, and then they ban the regular, like the meta equipment. So you have to use the regular equipments. And trust me when I tell you, the 5v5 wars, where it's usually 15 to 15, 14, 14, or 14, 15, all these type of wars where you usually see in the golden ticket tournaments, they are now up to 10 to 11 stars. They are so low, maybe 1 or 2 triples per team. This is what happens if you have a ban system. The game becomes harder. That's what, like, the game is already good if you remove Root Rider and a certain hero equipment. The game is good. It's just that those things, doesn't matter how many times you nerf them, they're still gonna be good. This is what I want to achieve. Like, they brought something that they cannot get away. They need to change and switch town halls. They cannot take away Root Rider. They accepted the way they kind of messed up the attacking and defensive system in Clash of Clans, I think, but they cannot take it away. They cannot keep nerfing the Root Rider. People are tripling in hard mode with only 3 Root Rider and the rest is Valkyries and Droids. Literally 3 Root Rider. Tell me, how can they nerf a troop when people don't even use it that much, but they can still get the triple? They can nerf the hero equipments as they're doing right now. But what I think is, it's not gonna matter. They are in game. They are still in the game, and that's why we get the triples. They shouldn't be in the game. This is why the other tournaments that I play with Mega Sultan team, it's a lot harder, and you will notice the hardcoreness of the bases. You will notice how strong a Rage Tower, Ricochet Cannon, and Scattershot with a Multi-Inferno can do to all your troops. It's insane. But we don't have that in CWL or Legends League or even any other leagues that you're playing. We just don't have that, and hopefully with Town Hall 17, we will get a change to every single aspect I just mentioned. Now, I don't want to make this video too long, but I wanted to actually kind of quickly mention the pay to win talk about that people do in Clash of Clans. Well, guys, let's just put it so simple. Clash of Clans is not a pay to win game. It's a pay to progress. That's always been the game. Even right now, you can still triple with not having the maxed magic mirror. You can still triple. You can still triple with absolutely not even having the fireball in your account. You can still triple if you don't have the rocket spare, or if you're not a max Town Hall 16, you can still triple. Everyone can triple. You just need an army that is suiting your type of equipment. So upgrade any equipments you like, except of course the Barbarian Puppet and the Archer Puppet, but upgrade any equipment and just search on YouTube. You will get a video on those equipments that having the best strategies with them, and you can easily use that strategy and crush bases. There is no point of using, let's say, for example, a Lalo attack if you don't have a certain, like the equipments. You can easily use another strategy and crush bases. That's what it becomes to. There is no way you will think Clash of Clans is pay to win, because no one is paying to win anything. Everyone is paying to progress faster because the game has become slower. You have these high 27 level of equipment where, honestly, as a pro player myself, I'm not gonna sit there and watch myself 27 levels upgrading one equipment for like 4 months. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna pay everything and just get it all the way up to the maximum level because I wanna kind of show off in those tournaments and on the streams and just give YouTubers and creators their thumbnails. I wanna make sure they also get their own videos because as a YouTuber, and you may have noticed too, every other YouTuber and creator, they have gotten 1/3 of their views. YouTube and Clash of Clans is at this worst state. Everyone, Itsu, Carbon, Judo, there's a lot of YouTubers that I currently am not gonna mention a lot of the names because I don't remember them, but there's a lot of people, even myself, who have been getting maybe 1/3 of the views we used to get because no one is looking for strategies. Everyone know what they're doing with the root rider attacks or the dragon attacks or whatever, but no one is looking for those. That's why I want to do this for them. I mainly want to, like, for me, I'm not even gonna use Magic Mirror or Rocket Spear. How many times have you seen me use a Rocket Spear? Nearly no one. But I really want, when the equipments come, I want to give those ideas and thumbnails and videos to the creators and all those people who invest their time and also effort, but they don't get a certain amount of views because the content is down really, really bad. And for myself too, I upgraded certain equipment because that is what most of my views come from and most of my YouTube income from those videos. I get 40-50k views on a certain maxed equipment that I do. So why not? I'm just gonna do it. I will get the money I spend back from YouTube eventually. So for me, it's no problem. But for a person who's doing these, like, normally, you need to spend maybe 5 months to max a certain equipment, and that is mainly because the system of the game is broken. You don't get enough ores, and the ores you get is really low. How can you tell me when you win a war, you get 5 of those story ore, the golden ones, but everyone is doing a draw or they're losing, so you get now 2 or 3? How are you getting 3 when one single epic equipment upgrade needs 100? Like, bro, you need so many wars. You need automatic 50 wars, and that's 100 days to just level up one of your epic equipments from 25 to like 26. Maybe I'm wrong with the number, but it's that one upgrade that needs that golden story ore. So it's just like that. Those small things that could easily change, but Supercell hasn't changed it just yet, and there are reasons for that, and some of them are business reasons, and some of them Supercell just doesn't want you to upgrade those equipment super quickly, or they want to force you to invest money. But I don't know really the whole idea behind that, so I'm not gonna go deep into that. Now, I did mention the hero skins and the sceneries that we're getting at the start of the video. That's why the video is getting actually a bit too long. It's around half an hour or maybe a bit more that I'm recording this. But the hero skins and the theme and the scenery, if Supercell is watching this, please, please, please bring back the old team because they were doing something right. Everyone is still running the OG, like, kind of hero sets. For example, myself, I have two like league skins. You can bring Legends League skins, for example, skins that have the same theme from Legends League logo, like the purple theme. You can bring a full skin set like that. You can bring new of those league skins, for example. You can bring a lot of nice collaboration with, like, actually like gaming stuff, not like sometimes like anime. I just don't understand the anime thing. Like, what is the point? Like football, what are the points of these collaborations? Maybe they are, of course, of the business reason, as I said a few times in this video, business reason, but it's not really worth it to make your game like this. I really hope we get some cool looking skins, like the person I was before, buying all the skins that would come to Clash. I bought all the sceneries before Town Hall 16 and a bit even into Town Hall 16. I have all the skins and sceneries, but a few months after that, it's just, what is this? Like, do I really want to give 11 euros to this scenery? Well, no. It's just that how simple. Like, no, I don't want to spend like 8 euros on a hero set or a hero skin. Actually, 4 times 8 of that now. it's just not worth it, and the skins don't look as good as the money they offer in the store. So yeah, that is for the hero skins. I just really hope they bring back their old team, or they just tell something to their new teams, because currently there have been some leaks for the new hero skin sets in the future, which I think it's actually tomorrow we're getting a new season. Yeah, it's 22 hours. So we're getting a new season tomorrow. And honestly, guys, you don't want to see those new skins. If what I see is true, those skins are probably one of the worst skins I've seen. And I don't know who is approving of those skins. But again, it's just like, their team has changed. It's not the previous team. It's a bit bigger, as they mentioned. So I just think they don't put as much effort. It's just that how simple it can get. And I'm a very like type of person who I say what I think straight up, and from a creator point of view, that may not be good in some parts, but that's why I try to explain why I think that, and how can they change it, and how can they adapt and make it better. This is like the other side of me telling something is not good, but this is what you can do. So I'm not just gonna sit and nag, but I'm gonna give ideas to Supercell, hopefully. And hopefully when I go to Helsinki, I can meet the team, I can meet those creators and everyone else in there, and just give my whole like what do you even call that? I'm telling you, man, English is my second language. Sometimes I forget a certain word, but I'm gonna do my best to make sure Supercell is in the right path if I can do that. That's like, if it's in my power, if Supercell is watching this, I really hope some of my ideas help them develop the game even better and better in future. Because guys, I love Clash of Clans. Like, from when I was a kid, we got this game. It was a summer. Everything was crazy back then. Everything was so different. Our goals and like the way we enjoyed the game was so different, and the game has changed, of course, a lot since the download, of course, of 2014 or something. It's been crazy ride, but that is what made all of us love Clash of Clans. That is what make you click on the video and see what I think about the game state, and in general what you also think. You can of course write down in the comments how you can think the game could be better, because guys, don't forget, I'm a creator in Supercell, so they may be watching this video to get an idea of what could have been better, what could have gone wrong, and what can become new Clash of Clans era in Tunnel 17, and what they can all do. So don't just rush into it. Don't really like judge Supercell for what they do on business, status. They are a business. They need to be making money. Otherwise, they will close Clash of Clans just like any other, mobile game that has been kind of shut down since 2014. How many games can you remember from 2014 that is still active? You cannot remember that much. It's maybe a few, but Clash of Clans is one of them. So that's the only reason they can keep the game going. They need to be making money. So don't judge them too early from their actions. It's just sometimes businesses make mistakes. Sometimes they have to accept their mistakes and change it. This is what I want to come down to in this video, and hopefully everyone who watched this agrees with me. And if you don't, well, that's your opinion, and I respect that. If you don't agree with all I said, it's completely up to you. And hopefully, again, you all have an amazing day. And this video became a bit long, but it's a different kind of video, so I have no problem with that. And hopefully you didn't get bored throughout this entire super witch attacks of mine. But yeah, hopefully I'll see you soon on the next video. Take care and peace.